the Exorcist Legion Chapters 4 and 5 review for the PlayStation VR. Let's begin! If you haven't already seen my review of chapters 1, 2 and 3, it would be best to watch them first, because in this review I will be focusing more on the actual new chapters, rather than how everything controls. As I have already covered that, I have left a link to that review under this video. I am also combining the gameplay and immersion of this review into one, as I feel that the review will flow better. Chapter 4 Samaritan has you exploring a failed quarantine zone. It has 3 floors that you explore by using an elevator. Each floor isn't that large though, but each does contain quite a bit of detail. Although there is 3 floors, it is still quite a linear experience. Some objects you can pick up and others you can't, and like the previous chapters, some of the text documents can be hard to read, but overall, most of the writing can just be made out. There is some very light puzzle solving here that involves interacting with some objects. They're not that hard to solve at all, and can simply be solved by process of elimination. I actually like this as it ensures that the scares are constantly just around the corner. This chapter actually made me sweat quite a bit, and it was mainly due to the limited light source coming from your torch that is strapped to your head. This combined with the unnerving ambient sounds I could hear after exiting the first floor kept me feeling unsettled throughout. I did play the whole chapter seated, but something takes place at the end that makes the chapter best experienced while standing. It is possible to complete while seated thanks to the game's inclusion of a crouch button, but the final moments are still quite awkward to perform if you are seated. Chapter 5 The Tomb is the final chapter. This chapter has the largest area to explore, but unfortunately, it does have the least detail. It takes place mainly in caves, so the rocky environment doesn't need a whole lot of detail, but it does come across as a bit lacking when compared to the previous chapters. There are a few jump scares here, but apart from one very good one, they really didn't get me like the other chapters. But if you are scared of tight spaces, the whispers you hear behind you whilst navigating your way around the caves is sure to put a chill up your spine. I did actually have to look at a hint for one part. I don't think I would have worked out what to do otherwise. Obviously each player will be different, but for me it seemed like an attempt to make the chapter longer, especially with the maze-like level layout. Unfortunately, the final moments of the game are ruined due to a couple of things. More than once I wasn't sure if the game had bugged out, due to nothing happening and having no control of the person you play as. The timing for something to occur was quite poor, and some of the final voiceovers are unhearable due to loud sounds and music. It was a shame. Now let's take a look at the length of the game and what trophies come with it. Chapter 4 took me around 20 minutes to beat, and Chapter 5 took just over 30 minutes, but this will depend on whether or not you get stuck like I did. Once again, both chapters come with secondary objectives, but unless you're a trophy hunter, I don't see many people replaying the chapters, unless they are letting friends or family members have a go. The playtime for the whole 5 chapters is only around 2 hours long. The final 2 chapters combined have 6 bronze, 2 silver, and 2 gold trophies up for grabs. As well as completing the chapters, you will also need to 100% each one's objectives that are found in the chapter select hub area. Certain actions are also tied to some trophies, but getting all of the trophies is really not a hard or time consuming task. The whole 5 chapters combined have 15 bronze, 9 silver, and 7 gold trophies to achieve. And now it's time for the verdict. I absolutely love how each episode has a different supernatural feel, and how each location has a different vibe and atmosphere. It is one of the game's strongest points, and this setup is sure to have something here that horror fans enjoy. You can buy each episode separately, but honestly, I think only playing one will leave the player a bit disappointed because of its length. The full collection is the way to go, but its current price is very high. That being said, I do think gamers looking for a quick scare will have a great time with this bite-sized collection and shouldn't miss out on it, so be sure to keep an eye out for it in the sales. Some chapters are better than others, and sections of the story are missed out on thanks to some of the text documents being unreadable. It did make it very hard to be really invested in the storyline, but the game does get the scares right, and boasts some of the most creepy locations I've visited in VR thanks to some excellent use of lighting. It's a shame there is some issues here, but I do think it's a great horror experience if you can get it at the right price. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more PlayStation VR content.